ready for a surprise.
Well guys, we did it. 7,000 subscribers. That is insane. I want to thank you guys so much for 7K. It really does mean a lot. You all are special to me, and yeah, just thank you guys so much. So, what are we going to do to celebrate? Well, it's still October, which is Spooktober, so for the 7K special, I have written a creepypasta about Tyler Tales, so even though the writing's going to be really Before we begin, as a disclaimer, this might get pretty freaky and sensitive to some people, so if stuff like creepypastas creep you out, please click off. Do not sue me. Without further ado, let's get straight in.
I was a personal friend of Tyler in real life. We both lived in the eastern side of America, where the sun was shining over the fields of grass, the sky was blue with some white puffy clouds, many animals living their days out in the wild, and civilization in towns and cities. Where me and Tyler lived, it was no different from anywhere else in the country, but that's besides the point. I would always see Tyler in school. I would always sit with him at lunch. We would be on our phones, and he would be working on YouTube-related things on his phone after he finished eating. Since this was 2020, there was the coronavirus, and we had to wear masks everywhere. It was really unfortunate. However, Tyler was always there for me. Being a close friend of his had many perks. The main perk of all was seeing Tyler Tales episodes early before they got released to the public. I always found it weird how Tyler in the series lives in Utah, but not in the actual state we live in. I always knew Tyler was somewhat of a quirky person, but he usually had goodwill, so I guess it wasn't too bad. The next episode of Tyler Tales was going to be the Halloween special for 2020 called The Purging, which I was personally excited for, mostly due to the fact I would get to see it early. Tyler was almost finished with the episode according to him, days prior to what happened. The drawings were finished, he finished up the audio, and progress was going smooth. I was supportive of Tyler, so I hoped he would get the episode out in time. Everything was going good until the week after. The next week, Tyler was acting weird. At lunch, he had palish skin. His hair was darker than usual. He wasn't wearing his glasses, and his eyes looked like he was on something. I asked Tyler if he was okay. Then as a response, he said, "Day of the..." But suddenly, he started choking. The whole cafeteria didn't bother to see what was going on. But what was weird about the other kids in the cafeteria was they had all almost the same problems as Tyler. Palish skin, darker hair for some, and brighter hair for the others, drugged eyes, and more. However, Tyler had it the worst of them all. Finally, Tyler spit out a piece of paper that had the word "please" written on it. It was also in Tyler's handwriting. This was strange, but I didn't take much thought of it. However, Tyler and the other students still had the same appearances as before Tyler started choking, which was really off-putting. But just then, Tyler continued what he was trying to say. He was trying to say "Day of the Seppuku." I had no idea what a seppuku meant. I thought it was the name of some new character introduced to the next episode of Tyler Tales. Lunch was over, and I finished off for school for the day. Later that night, I decided to stay up late. It was 1 a.m. in the morning, but suddenly, I got a strange text and video from Tyler. The text said Finn, and before I downloaded the video, I decided to check the file name. The file name was Tyler Tales 21, Tyler's Insanity.mp4. I was utterly confused. I thought the next episode was The Purging, not whatever this episode was. I thought maybe Tyler was working on this episode in secret and accidentally named it Part 21, or the episode title was just a joke. Tyler did have a dark sense of humor after all. Oh well, at least I got to see this episode early, so I downloaded the episode onto my phone and hit play. The episode was 11 minutes long. Weirdly, there was no Sinsverse segment and it went straight to the mature warning screen. Then the episode started as normal at first. Tiller was playing Fortnite on his computer, and Tyler was annoyed at him like usual due to Tiller's bragging about his victories in the game. But then, what was weird than usual, however, was that Tyler was more mean and angry. He yelled at Tiller, saying he wished he was never around, and threatened to kill him if Tiller bragged to him again. Tiller then started to cry really heavily, and this scene lasted for a whole 2 minutes before it cut to static. And it wasn't the usual TV color bar static that Tyler uses, it was black and white static. So then, it cut to Tyler on the stage, seemingly checking his phone. However, it's revealed that Tyler isn't actually checking his phone, and was just staring at his phone, and his phone was turned off. Dapper walked in and asked what was going on. Tyler didn't answer. Dapper asked if he was okay. Tyler still did not answer. Then Dapper came to the conclusion that Tyler was not okay. Then finally, Tyler responded, but what he said was for Dapper to go f*** himself. Dapper then started to cry in the same corner Tiller was at for another whole 2 minutes. This started to get really off-putting and unusual. I was trying to piece together if there was a meaning behind this episode. Knowing what happened at lunch that day, it could be possible something was up. Then after, it cut to Tyler holding a bucket of water in his hand. I thought this was even weirder because in the show's universe, water kills the robots if it touches them since they're robots. I didn't know what to think. As Tyler was about to do something questionable with the water bucket, Mangold barged in to check on him, but when he saw Tyler was holding a water bucket, he asked him what he was doing with it. Tyler said nothing. Mangold was worried. Mangold asked again what Tyler planned to do with the water bucket. Then, Tyler lunged at Mangold and tried throwing the water bucket at him. Mangold ran out of the room as soon as he could. Then, an hour passed by. Tyler was looking for the crew so he could do something. He checked everywhere in the pizzeria. He checked their own individual rooms, the kitchen, the tech room, the control module, the customer minecart room, even the elevator. Then he decided to go into his private room, but then suddenly, 3 certain things were hanging on a noose. It was shocking for sure. I couldn't tell what those 3 certain things were because the background was dark and I couldn't really see. Tyler didn't say anything though. He felt emotionless. Then, black and white static played, and it cut to Tyler staring at the camera, except it wasn't the normal Tyler. It was Tyler.exe. I never knew what that character meant. He was a background character on Tyler's channel, but I always found it as a weird addition. But he was just staring at the camera while eerie music played in the background. This was getting really uncanny. I paused the video and texted Tyler asking if he was okay. I waited 35 minutes total and never got an answer back. I thought maybe he was asleep, and so I decided to continue the episode. I unpaused it and kept watching. Tyler.exe stared at the camera for another few minutes. Then the static returned, but it was starting to feel longer than usual. Suddenly, text appeared on the static that said, "Help me," and "Day of the Seppuku." It was that phrase Tyler said at lunch today. I still had no idea what a seppuku was. I probably didn't even want to know. This lasted for much more minutes. The end of the episode was almost near. Then, the next and final frame made me really disturbed. The frame was of Tyler's party hat on a puddle of water. I hope this didn't mean what it meant. I was freaking out. Then, the episode finished, and I immediately got a text from Tyler that read, I told you today was the day. Now I couldn't get out of my head what Tyler said. I was thinking what it could mean, so therefore I decided to go to sleep. I was thinking what it could have meant. Oh well, I decided to go to sleep. The next morning, I got a text from Tyler's parents saying Tyler was missing. I got unbelievably nervous. I did not know what happened. This started to freak me out. Then I turned on the TV, and on the news, they reported Tyler being missing, and nobody knew where he was. I was getting chills and goosebumps on my arms. How did Tyler go missing? I went to school for the day, and they had a special warning announcement about Tyler being missing. I was thinking this was all just a long nightmare and that I was going to wake up soon. Then, when I left school for the day, I got a text from an unknown number. I instantly opened it, and it read, "Check your bedroom." I got severe nerves in my system. I ran home in a flash to see what he meant. I got home, and I walked into my bedroom. But then, what I saw was something I was never going to forget. My heart sank when I saw it. What came with it was a sticky note saying, "Thank you for hosting Day of the Seppuku. Goodbye, friend." That is when I figured out what seppuku meant. I dropped the note and I was in shock. I couldn't get my head around what I was seeing. I felt like I was now going mentally insane. Well, let's just say Tyler is a person who meant well. Or should I say, was a person who meant well.
Oh boy, that was chilling for me to write. Well guys, that was the Tyler Tales creepypasta called Tyler's Insanity. I wonder what you guys thought. This is my first time writing a creepypasta, so oh boy, writing mistakes ensues. Well, I hope you guys did enjoy. In description below contains my Discord server, Twitter, Instagram, Tyler Extras, the server addressed to my Minecraft Java Edition server, my FNAF AR username and friend code, and my Fall Guys number. Thank you all for 7,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Sweet dreams. Mwahahahaha.